everybody, welcome back to the Media Maniac, and before I get into today's review I want to just go over a couple of updates for the channel. First of all, I have created a second channel for anime reviews now, and if you guys want to head over there and check it out, I'll drop a link in the description, but I want to focus this channel primarily on video game reviews and all that good stuff and so much more. It was just something that I was considering doing, and I've gone ahead and I've done that now, so I'm going to keep the two separate. I want to keep this channel for video game reviews and the anime channel for anime reviews and all that good stuff over there as well. That's just the meat and potatoes of it. I just really wanted to get that out of the way before I went into today's review. And as some of you may know from my previous short that I uploaded, my review today is going to be Burnout 3 on the PlayStation 2. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, Burnout 3 is Burnout 3, which is a third in a series of Burnout games which was developed by EA. Now, Burnout 1 was okay, Burnout 2 was good, but Burnout 3 was, for me, was where the franchise really kicked off. I mean, there's just a lot to do in this video game. I mean, you get to do a world tour mode on the game, which basically you can do all sorts of different events. You can do races, and you can do crash events, you can do like time attack events, you can do all that good stuff, and there's a lot of things to do on this game. And also it does feature a single event mode on this game where you can do like one event. You can do like a race, for example, you can do a crash, for example, and you can do time attack for that example. And there's just so much I want to get into about this game today, so let's get into it, shall we? Now, first of all, I would say the graphics on this game are very good, especially for a PlayStation 2 game. I mean, it did get ported onto other consoles, but we're talking about the PlayStation 2 version today because for me, it is the best version of the game, and I really enjoyed the game. Visually stunning, and the animations and everything was really well done, and it's just one of those things that I really enjoyed about the game. Next thing that I want to cover is the sound in the game. Now, the sound effects in this game are brilliant. I mean, there's so much going on in the sound effects that you don't really pay attention to because you're focusing on the video, on the game itself. You're focusing on what you're trying to do. You're focusing on the race, you're focusing on the crash event you're trying to do, but all these sounds in the background really add to the experience, and they make the game much more engaging and much more entertaining to play. And the next thing I want to talk about right now on this game is the music in the game. Now, this game has a lot of good tracks on the game, and especially there's some good tracks from some very good groups. There's a track on here from My Chemical Romance, there's a track on here from Fall Out Boy, there's a track on here from Franz Ferdinand. They're just three that I wanted to point out, but because there is other tracks on here from other artists, which I've actually gone onto YouTube myself, and I've looked at some of these songs, and I've listened to some of the artists' other songs that I wouldn't normally do if I didn't hear them on here. But obviously I do know My Chemical Romance, Franz Ferdinand and Fall Out Boy. Been a fan of them three for a long time now. Now, there's a lot of good music on the game, but they're just the three bands that I wanted to highlight. And the next thing I want to know, the gameplay. Now, the gameplay here is good. It's very fast paced, very action paced, and there's a lot to do. I mean, if you make a mistake, you have to retry certain things, and it just adds to the replay value of it, I think. I mean, there is a lot of challenges on the game as well. If you can do a certain event within a certain time limit, you will get a gold medal, or a silver medal, or a bronze medal, depending on how good you are. Now, this applies to all the events in the game, whether it be a race, a crash, a time attack, or a rival challenge. It all adds to the game. Now, I mean, for me, that is brilliant. I think that was done very well here. Now, replay value, I mean, there is a lot of replay value here, especially if you haven't done so well and you've only got the bronze medal. You can go back and you can go for the gold medal, but then again you could go back and get a silver medal if you choose, and then if you wanted to at a later day you could go back and get the gold medal as well. It all depends on if you really want to focus time into that. Now I do believe that there is an online feature, or I should say there used to be an online feature with this game. I do not know if it's still active because I've never played Burnout 3 online. But I know that when I first played this game, I was just blown away with it. And for me, this is number 3, and it just really was where the franchise came to home. Now, after Burnout 3, there was other titles in the franchise. Burnout Revenge, which was a very, very good follow-up to that again. That is a very good game as well. Very similar to Burnout 3, but with more features. And there's a lot more to do on Burnout Revenge. Now, there is other Burnouts in the franchise I haven't played. There's Burnout Rivals, there's Burnout Paradise, but they're all games I haven't played. So if you guys haven't played any of them and this is the first you hear of them, check them out. I mean, it can't hurt to have a look, right? Yeah, man. So anyway, yeah, those are just a few pros of the game. I mean, as I say, there's a lot to do here. It's a very, very good racing game, very fast paced, very entertaining, but the way it really shines is in its 2-player mode. You guys know what I'm on about. You guys can have a few friends around, and you can set it up on the PlayStation 2. You can sit there and you can have the PlayStation 2 set with 2 controllers, and you can be just going at it. You can be racing each other, you can be doing events together. There's just a lot to do. And there's also Double Crash. I think that's where you guys team up and you go for the crash junctions. Crash junctions, for those of you that do not know, is where you drive your car into incoming traffic, and you rack up points. The more points you rack up, the more money you get. And we're going to go into the details about the unlocks and that as well, because the more money you get in the game, whether it be through a single event or a World Tour event, you get to unlock a lot of things here. You can unlock new cars, new features, and I think you can unlock upgrades. I'm not too sure, but you definitely can unlock more cars. And then there is some very hard ones to unlock, which will take time, effort and practice. But if you really want to do that, yeah, it's worth it, man. It really is worth it just to go for these unlockables. I mean, there's a lot of things here to unlock on the game. Now, as for the other games, I have not really played much of them, so I couldn't say going forward if that applies to the later games. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section below if that does apply. Now, as I say, the game is brilliant, and it's also, if you do not have a PlayStation 2, but then again, I can't imagine who hasn't got a PlayStation 2 these games on. I mean, for me personally, the PlayStation 2 is one of the greatest consoles of all time. I really like that console, and this is just the first game that I wanted to highlight on the system today. But there is going to be more PlayStation 2 game reviews coming on the channel, as well as I'm going to be doing a few reviews for a few other games in the following weeks, days, and they are going to be, well, I've had a request already to do a video game series, and that is Resident Evil. Now I'm going to be doing a Resident Evil review. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on one game at a time or just going to do the series as a whole review. But I've been requested to do a Resident Evil series review, and I'm going to honour that request. And it's not just Resident Evil. I'm going to be reviewing different games for different consoles. Now, if you guys want to know what other consoles I'm going to be doing video game reviews for and all that good stuff, please do me a favour and subscribe. It would help me immensely, because I'm not going to say too much of what other reviews are coming your way. You'll have to stick around and find out. Anyway, yeah, but Resident Evil is definitely one I'm going to be doing. And also, in time, I'm going to be, maybe I'll do a game tour for you guys, and maybe let you guys see some of the video games that I own in my collection. I might just even do a thing where I put a stack of games here next to me, and I can just show you a few as well. And maybe that may even entice you guys to say, oh, I would like a review of this game, I would like a review of that game. Again, let me know in the comment section. And also guys, if there's any video games do you think you would like me to review, please again let me know in the comment section on any video games you'd like me to review. And also if there's anything else you want me to have a look into on the channel, I will gladly do that, not a problem at all. Anyway, yeah, so yeah man, Burnout 3 from me on the PlayStation 2 is definitely worth picking up now. It's still very, very cheap to buy these days, and you can find it for in a lot of places very, very cheap as well. It's a good game, and it's probably one of my favourite games on the PlayStation 2, but it's not my all-time favourite game on the PlayStation 2. No. I have another game that's one of my all-time favourite games on the PlayStation 2, and I will be doing a review of that as well at some point down the line. I just wanted to get this review out of the way today because I want to be focusing on my next review, which is going to be coming your way very, very, very shortly. Now, I'm not saying when, but it's definitely on the way. It's definitely being made for you guys as I'm recording this video right now. I'm working on that video. I'm working on a few videos. See with YouTube, right, you're thinking like, yeah, you're doing a review of a game, but you want to actually be thinking ahead of the game, doing more reviews. If you're like me, you could be doing like one thing and then you could be thinking, oh, I want to go do that. Your brain just turns into overdrive. Oh, I want to be doing this, I'll do this. That's one way my brain is working at the moment. I've got that many video game reviews I want to get out for you guys, and in time I'm going to be maybe including some other things like my favourite things in a certain video game, like my favourite moments in video games, what made me laugh, what made me chuckle, what made me jump out my skin, things like that, all that good stuff, which is going to be coming to the channel very soon. Now, if you guys want to see that, please stick around, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. But before I do go, there is one thing I want to say. Burnout 3 for me, I've got to give it a solid 10. It is my favourite racing game on the PlayStation 2. I really like the game, and if anybody hasn't checked it out, please do yourselves a favour and go and check it out. Pick up a copy and just bring it home and just relive the good times, man. It's a really, really good game. Anyway guys, as I just really hope that you guys did enjoy this review. I'm working on the next one, which will be coming your way very, very, very shortly, I promise. Anyway, that's about it for this video guys, because I've been rambling on here for going on 15 minutes. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, or whatever time you're watching this. So guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, others, my name is Media Maniac, and I will see you all on the very next video. Peace, YouTube.